Good morning, guys. I heard that bell go off. Let's go. Let's have a fantastic, what day is it? Thursday. Yeah, and it's been such a weird week here. I'm like, man, forgot what day it was for a second. But yeah, let's go, guys. SPY's falling off today. We actually had some job numbers come out this morning, and they were actually really, like, honestly, really good job numbers. The problem is that the Federal Reserve, this is going to push them to start to increase rates or, have more rate hikes later on this year. Now, we already know, as we've been talking the past few days, that the Feds, we're going to do this essentially. It's being priced in that at the end of July, at the July meeting, that we're going to see that move up. Let's actually go get the FedWatch tool. Might as well if we're talking about it, right? Let's go see it. There we go. Look at that. 94.9% chance of a hike at the next meeting. I mean, that is... yeah. If anybody out there says that they're not going to hike it there, I mean, to be honest, they're just going to be talking out their ass. But wow, that's pretty good. 94.9% chance of a hike. That's actually pretty insane, guys. 94.9%. It's actually like making me a little bit, I don't know, like blowing my mind a little bit, because it's just so crazy to see that like that in that way. Let's see. Go on to, let me get my background music on a little bit here. I forgot that YouTube likes that. It won't be too loud, hopefully. If it is too loud, you guys better let me know. I'm gonna be turning it down and stuff. There you go, maybe something like that. Just a little something, Nothing crazy. Look at SPY, though, falling off here. It's still going off to the downside at open. That's crazy. Crazy. Man, that's terrible. Yeah, they just took a big drop off to the downside here today. Let's go see NVIDIA. One of my favorites I've been watching. I was looking for a drop under 418, and we got it at open, baby. All the way down to 414.60 right now. Oh my gosh. NVIDIA, let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. That's great. NVIDIA is one of my favorites to trade, guys. One of my favorites. Man, NVIDIA, that was great. Great move to the downside there at open. Be a little careful, though. It's probably going to get volatile here. I don't know how long I can expect it to fall for, but I will say the pop down's not bad. Appreciate all you guys joining up, though. Manny, Purdy, Llama, Jamie, Christian, Mike. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Smash that like button, as always. Let's get into some good plays, though, this morning. Let's look at the watch list. Let's see what we have on the top. AMC's leading the way. Look at this watch list today. Oh, man, that's scary. Oh, I have to do a screenshot here. Oof. Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't had a watch list this red in a long time. There's so many big stocks there on the left side of the screen that are just down insane amounts, like 2%, 3%, 4%. Jeez. Tessie to the downside. Wow. Tesla, look at that. Watch 275, guys. That's a pretty big area here for good old Tesla. If they end up dropping under there, I think we'd see a bigger drop, but we have everything starting to fall off today, so keep puts on the watch list. Look at the banks today. Oh my gosh, they're getting killed. Banks are getting crushed even. What is down here at the bottom? Peloton, Dwack, AI, Palantir, Plug. Oh, I'm sickened. Let's go look at DraftKings. Lucid. Oh, Lucid. Lucid, Lucid, Lucid. Not good today, Lucid. You know what this actually was good for today, though, was SQQQ. Don't know if you guys have been watching that one at all here. You know, keep SQQQ on watch. Who's an Amazon puts? Hell yeah, throw it out there if you guys are in. Amazon puts. AMZN, I like that one today. They've been up in this big channel. Look at like 127 down here at the bottom. 127. Christian, are you out here buying the dips again? I think Christian bought the dip on some Microsoft calls today. That's pretty funny. Yeah, he did. He had to have, I think. Yeah, he did. He bought him this morning. Jeez, Christian. Oh yeah, I saw it. I'm looking at it right now. The Dip Master is back. He's buying it up. Same thing with Meta. Let's see. Wow, yeah. Zuck the Cuck. Good old Zuck. How do you guys feel about Threads? Did you guys get on there at all last night? If you did, and you like Threads, check out Tom_StockedUp on Threads and Instagram, actually. Check out both. Check out both. I appreciate it. This is funny. Hell yeah, make sure you get on there and like us. Tom_StockedUp and MD Antonio 3. Tom_StockedUp though. It's interesting. Threads is very interesting. I'm not sure that I'm necessarily a big fan, but I don't know. The thing is, nobody's on there to, like, talk about anything ever. You know, it's weird. Very weird. Like, I'm not, you know, none of my friends are on it that I've seen. I don't know about you guys. Just watch out. Got the Red Bull going today. I don't know what you guys got, but Red Bull, we'll take it. Any day we could have the Red Bull, I'm happy. I'm serious. Love the Red Bull. That's still terrible to me with those job numbers. I thought they were a lot better. Like, a lot better, but... Yeah, Pameta, let's go see it. Yeah, oh, coming back pretty big, Christian. Just, you know, I don't know where you're going to be taking profits, but... I don't know. I don't have a good feeling today, Christian. I think it's going to run back up and then tank lower at some point, so... That's just my thought here. But I don't see Meta actually going, like, up above 300 today. Damn, they're actually bouncing right at 300. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys, I'm making a little bonus setup play here. You guys are in stat modeling, check out the bonus setups tab. Not too bad. Spy, though, look at that terrible drop to the downside again. QQQ's coming back down now. What's happening? Microsoft. All right, Microsoft. There we go, Christian. There we go. Oh, did you post a screenshot of Meta too? Oh, you did. Your Microsoft position's bigger though, Christian. And I like it. Look at that. Microsoft. Come on, hit 330, hit 340 for Christian. Come on, that would be beautiful. We're getting right into this resistance now around 339.15. Not bad. Damn, Christian. $43,000 play on those Microsoft calls. That's wild, man. Keep going, baby. Damn, Christian, what are your profits at now on that? Like 10 grand or something? Sheesh. Maybe more. It's looking good. Hell yeah, and hey, if you guys are out there, let me know what stock... Oh my god, I just bit myself. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching today. Anything specific, you know? He's up about 8 grand on it. Good stuff, good stuff. W's for Christian once he takes those profits today. Good play on that dip. Uh-oh. It hit resistance quick, didn't it? Tough rejection there. See what happens with it. Still kind of going, but getting volatile now. SoFi is down 5%. What's up with them? SoFi. AMD's at 111. Okay. Yeah, I was actually gonna call out AMD, and I didn't like the setup on it as much, so I kind of went more with Nvidia this morning, and I'm glad I did. Nvidia's was a much better move at open, so that's good. All right, Microsoft. We hit 340. Let's go. 340 in the books. Look at that. Got real close to 340.50. Huge overhead resistance there. Wow, I'm loving this setup on Microsoft today. I'm loving it. Let's go. Keep it going. Yeah, Christian's killing it right now, especially on Microsoft, but Meta too. Both of them are doing great. I will still say though, I don't know. I'm still thinking that they're gonna come back down, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Pretty bad resistance there. $295 calls. Let's see. On those, he's up 3,500. Nice. Yeah, so Gengar, essentially right now, the market's getting really clapped this morning. It was getting clapped in pre-market before this data came out even, but just keep in mind that this is probably a big reason. You know, we're actually looking at a bunch of articles and stuff on the jobs numbers today, and initially they sound great. Private sector jobs surged by 497,000 in June, and they were only expecting 220,000 on the estimate. You're telling me that the private sector jobs went up that much? That is wild, guys. Wild to see it go up that much. And the reason, you know, some people would say, well, that's great news. And it is great news. I'll be honest, that's really good news. But whenever the feds are trying to make the labor market worse on purpose, it's not good. It's not good. Because now the feds are going to have to raise rates more later in the year. And that's what the markets are looking at. I think that they're looking at rates being hiked and they're saying, hell to the no. I don't want to see that. And no one wants to see rates being hiked. Let's see how close we're getting here. Wow, it's actually, for the November one, it has a pretty high percentage of maybe having even another hike after the July one. We're getting real close, within just 10 percentage points there. That's really close. If they don't even do it in September, but that's essentially what's going on right now. Market's dropping because we had good jobs numbers. And well, you know, it was moving in pre-market, like I said, but you guys can kind of tell here. Let's go to the calendar. See, so they came out. Hold on, this is going to be it might have been a 2-star impact thing. There we go. Yep. 2-star impact, 8:15 a.m., so that would have been 7:15 my time. Yeah, like you can tell some of these stocks started falling down before it came out, but once they came out though, man, we had just a big continuation off to the downside, just huge. You can see like from 7:15 onwards today, just bad drops, bad continuations, and maybe people expected this, but it is pretty weird to say that, right? That the market is dying off with great jobs numbers. Because normally that would be something that I would, and I think most people would think is a great thing to hear, but Amazon puts getting hit hard now, Llama says. Christian, you have Apple calls. I don't think he has Apple. I think just Microsoft and Meta right now, but I could be wrong. I'll let him answer it. Ooh, that heat map today is rough. Mike just sent one off. Let's go look at one. Man, that is terrible today. Haha. That's terrible. Mike says, let's play try to find the green stock. I found one. KDP, what is that? Keurig Dr. Pepper. That's funny. Get this, my girlfriend's brother is a pretty big accountant at Keurig Dr. Pepper. Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy. He's an accountant there. I kind of like Keurig Dr. Pepper. I'm going to text him and ask him if they're doing good. Alright, Spy. Really starting to sell off now. Kind of a double top there. Spy, stop it. Stop it, Spy. Christian does have Apple. There we go. he did, of course. There we go. That's funny. AMC, Mike Chang. Oh, man, AMC. I don't know. I don't know if we're even going to look at AMC anymore on this channel. I think I'm done with them. Oh, boy. I might even take them off the watch list. I'll leave GameStop on there, though. I'll leave GameStop. I think they could be more fun. I'm just kidding. I think they're both equally bad, but... AMC movie theaters. I'm curious. We need a big movie to come out to help the movie industry. No more flops. These companies need to quit putting woke crap in their movies. Darn it. Found a green one, though. Go back to this. This is kind of cool. Oh, there's 2 green stocks down here now. What's happening? APTV and PWA coming up. All right. Purdy says they love buying puts on AMC after a small pop. I've made money doing that in the past. Nice. It sounds like a good strategy. I mean, that's usually how AMC trends, right? To the downside. So I see what you're saying. It's a pretty fun one. Like, sometimes the options can go crazy. I don't know. I'm not a... Whenever I always see, like, all the people on the online and stuff playing it, I kind of don't want to play it then. I'm like, no. But it's just, it's one of those stocks, just very weird, you know. I feel like with everything that's went into this, you know, I don't know. There's probably a bunch of manipulation behind this one, and who knows what with this. Like, it's a movie theater chain, so I don't know. I just kind of feel like one day they're just going to go under or something, but I hope I'm wrong, because I like going to the movies. It's just, it seems like the world's kind of trending away from that stuff, right? It's like Blockbuster. It's like that. Like, eventually, you're like, oh. But the movies are cool. Like, I love going to the movies, so I hope it stays around. Man, I hope they can get out of this slump. Really need a big movie. What's a big movie that we could make, guys? Like, let's come up with some movie ideas and then we'll send them off to Disney and we'll get rich. There we go. Yeah, I like that, Purdy. He goes, when a YouTuber talks about AMC every day, it's a red flag to me if they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, that actually has me laughing pretty good, Purdy. I like that. Oh, that's funny. I agree. Nvidia, that's a big drop. Look at that. Down to support here. We do have some support down around like 412, 414, so I'll keep it on watch here for a few minutes. Come on now. Wow, big drop off there. 413, that's insane. See LVS. 5383, okay. Let's go back to Tesla. Ooh, Tessie. They actually just fell below this big channel they were in up here at the top. 285 or 284, I mean, held up immensely well for Tesla. Tesla, why do you have to do this to us today?
How dare you?
Oh! Greta, where'd you come from? I didn't know you were in here. Oh, okay, okay. She said she just got back from the PETA convention, so it's a... She figured she'd join in here today. The Tesla. Don't worry, she's my friend. Alright, Boeing, baby. 211. Look at the resistance overhead here. 214. I don't know. I'm not going to say this one. I feel like it could fall, but... Oh, it's kind of holding its ground. Some of these stocks are holding their ground this morning. Like Microsoft, as we've talked about. Apple, Tesla, some of those stocks. Tesla hasn't, but Microsoft and Apple. How's Meta doing right now? I forgot. Gotta look at them again. Meta. Still being shaky here. Man, Christian, this one's gotten shaky the past few minutes, hasn't it? Hit resistance, fell back down, made a new low. Now it's coming back. Like, choppy. Choppy, choppy, choppy. We have Neo moving up to like 980, almost 10. That'll be good. Make my mouse wireless there. There we go. Beautiful. Uh-oh. Oh, crap, guys. 2-year treasury yields are on fire right now. Wow. Two-year treasury yield hit 16-year high. Wow, guys. I mean, that is... What was 16 years ago? So 10 years ago, it was 2013. Wow, that's crazy, guys. Like 2010. Something like that. That's wild. 2007, 2008, 2009, all those years. Sheesh. Let's go look at USO2Y. My god. Oh, no. It's terrible, guys. That means TLT's dying. Oof. Man, those yields are crazy right now. I don't like to see that. Not good. TLT, that play is going to be rough right now. You know, we've had the big money getting plays on it and stuff. Sheesh. $100 support. Man, that's weird right here. Those rates look terrible, guys. I mean, that is so scary to see on these, like, charts of, like, TNX right now. Ooh, TNX. TNX. Wow. Wow. TNX. That is insane to see on this chart right here, guys. Broke out in a big, big way. Huge way. Huge way. Man, that's huge right there on TNX. It's weird to say that a trend line's playing out on TNX, but it really did. It really, really did. Played out very well. Tesla is also getting really close to a big trend line also, so keep that in mind. Man, that's terrible. Tesla on the daily. Get ready for some puts, I think, guys. It's almost time. I think it's almost time for some of these big boys to fall. Even Microsoft and Apple, yes, even them. Even them. God, AMD just don't stop. See a daily on this one. Got like a little flag pattern or a little dead cat bounce there back to the upside, and then got some more downwards momentum coming back. Damn, this is crazy though. Sitting here watching like TNX and my mind's just literally blown today. Alright, Boeing. Come on, TLT, you gonna bounce at 100 for us? Hold up. I don't think it's gonna do crap. TLT is probably gonna tank, guys. You know, if TNX really keeps going. Like, if this really does keep going and TNX breaks out, and we get a true, like, breakout here, like, this is setting up for, like, a real breakout, guys. Like, I mean, TNX could be at 5, okay? I know that sounds weird, but... I mean, I think that that we'll be at 5% almost on the 10-year yield eventually here soon. If we keep up at this current uptrend. You know, that's the thing. We've been on a huge uptrend with this. Look at this. This is another trend line on yields working out. Oh. You know, I never looked at trend lines on yields before because I never thought it was worth it. You know, I always thought it was you know, yields are just going to do what they want, but pretty weird. You know, I know not a lot of people believe in trend lines and stuff like that, but I'm telling you guys, if you guys go back throughout time and you keep looking at plays, you look at setups and etc., man, you will find so many instances where these trend lines work out near perfectly. And it's very weird whenever you have a stock getting like 20 bounces on the same trend line. Like SPY last year, it was falling down. Some people go, trend lines don't matter at all. Okay, well, if it don't matter, how come it bounced here perfectly, and here perfectly, and here perfectly, and here perfectly, and then finally broke out above it, had perfect confirmation, and then we had more confirmation off it again? Like, I don't know. If you don't believe in those, you're not experienced in charting, you know? That's all I gotta say. You're more into valuation or something, but you don't have any experience charting if you don't believe in those. And it's okay. You know, you don't have to be a trendline player, but I'm just saying, like, you have no experience charting if you say trend lines don't work. No experience. And I think you're blind as well, because I don't know how you could go back and say that those things don't. Crazy. I've been using the trendline pivot with STC and UT bot indicator. I've been doing really well with that combo. Trendline pivots. No, I don't ever use pivots, but I know what you're saying, Purdy. It's not my thing. I'm a big fan of trend lines, though. Whatever the pivots are. That is still green. Barely, but... oh, it's red now. Just be careful, Christian. I don't got a good feeling about these today. Got a bad feeling. Only have 10 meta left, still green, Christian said. Nice. Meta, there we go. Coming back for you now, Christian. Come on. Come on. I like that little support right there. 293.50. I think there's a chance. I hope Microsoft's holding up better. What'd you do with Microsoft, Christian? Did you get out of that one? Or are you holding that one too? SPY, yeah, you know, it did kind of bounce here. It actually did get a nice candle coming up. SPY bounced off VWAP. Damn, I don't use the VWAP, but... I like this. Mike just posted in Discord, only 26 stocks are green right now, guys. Only 26 stocks are green. How could that be? That is, like, insane. 26 stocks only out of the whole entire S&P 500. Out of 500 stocks, only 26 are green. That is not even 10%. Man, Palantir coming back, baby. Coming back. TNX, that still blows my mind right now. Who's doing this? Perfect opportunity to average in. Yes, it is, Mike. Depending on what you're getting into, but yeah. I agree. I hope that later this year, as we start to have the dip, then, yeah, we could, you know, start to buy some things up. Like, for example, like Palantir right now is so high, you know, it's starting to fall off. As this baby dips down to like 11 or so, you know, maybe that'll be time for shares, or 10.50 or 10. You know, stuff like that, and then it can go back up. These stocks are still in uptrends right now, even the growth stocks, even as they start to drop. Like, that's going to be the big thing, like DraftKings right here, right? It's high as hell. Like, we've been waiting for it to drop. It's probably going to start to fall, okay? I mean, that's just from trading for like 8 years. Whenever stocks go up this much, they go back down. You know, this is how it happens. They don't go up forever, but it'll be when this big pullback starts to finally come in, you know, just keep in mind that it's still an overall long-term bullish trend. It's just, you know, everybody freaks out in the short term, you know, like if we have one red week, everybody's going to be like, "Oh my god, we're dying," you know? It's funny. Me and Mike always laugh about it, how the sentiment flips so quick. Like, there could be like one bad day and everyone's like, "Oh, puts," you know? But I think that as we start to pull back, though, it'll be a good opportunity to definitely buy the dip on a lot of these stocks, like DraftKings, you know, maybe down around $20 or $18. I'm not saying we're going to get back to lows, but, you know, these stocks should have some pretty significant dips before they start to fly back up some more. Palantir's another one. SoFi maybe. Let's see. So yeah, SoFi, Neo. Maybe not Neo. They kind of suck. Lucid. They might even be one. You know, stuff like that. Talking about Lucid. Cash secured puts. Who got in some yesterday? I know Gengar did. Got the 650 strike. I'm still holding some shares. As this stock drops, those premiums will get higher, so you can, you know, sell some more puts and make even more money on them. Good stuff, though, Gengar yesterday. Love it. I love it. I love it. I still can't believe that the TNX was using like a good wedge or trend line there. That's so funny. I'm gonna make a poll here about trend lines. Okay, I'm very curious what you guys have about this one. So I would say this is actually one of the more serious polls I put out there. I want to hear your guys' opinion on this one seriously. So let me type it up for a second, and then we'll get it going. All right, guys, I'm putting the poll out there. Check it out. Place your votes, please. I like it. Look at SPY on the 4-hour chart. Seems to be at the bottom of the trend line. Let's see. I have a trend line right here. A little lower. Maybe you mean this one. What's this one? Ooh. 4-hour chart. I guess we have trend lines in different spots here, but did you try to draw a run from here? Oh, I see. You did this one. I see. Yeah, I'm actually looking at like from the bottom here, drawing one to this dip back in March. I see the one you're talking about though here. I'm not 100% on that one. Normally like to find them a little bit longer, but it is kind of right there. That would actually maybe be a good spot to watch for a breakthrough. We might start to bounce up a little bit more because we are actually very, very low today, Purdy. Oh, thanks. He's going to post it up in Discord. Appreciate you. Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see it, Purdy. And you know, with how low we are today, that could actually... And we are kind of nearing a support, too. I mean, we could be at that point of the day where it's like, hey, we might... you know, actually start to bounce back up here. So that could be a good idea, Purdy. And I know Christian's a big dip buy player here. I don't know, Christian. Let me know. Are you looking to dip buy SPY too? I mean, it is getting close to support. Yeah, very oversold on an intraday level, Purdy. Yeah, for sure. That's actually a good point, Purdy. I like that. I like that. Initially, I was like, you know, there's really... I don't see that, but whenever I look at the SPY since open, I mean, that is a steep drop. That's a steep drop. So I could see and it doesn't mean that it's gonna, you know, hit this trend line and go flying all the way back either, you know, like, and I don't mean this for you, Purdy, just anybody listening in, you know, it might hit this trend line and pop up to like 439, 440, and then go lower tomorrow or something like that, you know. The SPY does this all the time where it flies down and then it'll recover back up and I'll be like, what the hell? Christian doesn't play SPY too much. Okay. I feel you there, Christian, I guess. I'll tell you what, SPYs went down today so much compared to some of these other ones. It's like, oh. Meta on sale. I don't know, Christian. I think it's about to fall off into oblivion, but Oh, that's just me right now. I don't like that hit this morning off 278. It's terrible, like confirmation almost right there. Oh, I don't know. And then we have TNX flying up. I mean, that's terrible for the market to have these yields flying. No, Mike, I don't use VWAP. I'm sorry. I'm not a VWAP player. Sorry about that. I'll add it on though. I'll try it for you, but you know, I don't even know what I'm doing with it anymore. I don't look at it ever. Like I said, it's just not for me. Let's see, on SPY, 2 and 4 hour charts. All right, SPY, 2 hour. Here we go. I don't think my VWAP's right. What? It don't look right to me. Let's see, maybe I need to go to like a 5 minute? Like, I know what VWAP is, you know, it's just, keep in mind, like, I've traded for so long, like, I only used VWAP, like, the first 3 months I ever traded, and then after that, I never used it no more. Yeah, I'm not a big VWAP guy, Mike, I'm sorry, it's just my own trading thing. You know, I don't use VWAP. I'd rather use moving averages if I was gonna use anything. I would just do, like, simple moving average, but I don't do anything like that, Mike. I just do straight up price action, and that price action has to go with charts and trend lines and stuff like that, so. Oh, okay, Purdy. I didn't even know that. I gotcha. I did not know that, Purdy. That makes sense, though, because, like, whenever you look at VWAP and then it goes, like, after hours, then the next day, it gets a little weird looking, but. Yeah. Like I said, it's been years since I've used it, so I'm not trying to sound stupid, you know, like I don't want to come off as sounding like dumb with it, but you know, it's one of those indicators that I think is a very beginner-esque indicator, if that makes sense. I'd recommend not using it. You know, Mike D'Antonio would recommend probably not using it too, but it's all good. I think it can be, I think it can help people, you know, in some ways, 100%. It just, you know, I'm just not a big player of it. VWAP, let's see, I use 9 and 180 SMA and VWAP, but more and more just using the 180 SMA. Nice, Sean. Nice, nice. Good old VWAP. Yeah, it's been so long since I charted it, even. My Thinkorswim charts used to look pretty wild. I actually have it up on the flexible grid part of the chart. Let's look at it. On Thinkorswim, this used to be my old setup here. You guys are going to laugh at me. Got all the moving averages on here. So, you know, we have the 100, the 200, the 300, and then this is a 500 EMA, I believe, and then 1,000 SMA and 500 SMA. I forgot what I called it, like the SMA Cloud or the Rainbow. I don't. I just came up with something funny for it, guys. It's the Pride setup on the on the stocks. Oh boy. It's the Pride setup. Who would have thought? SPY. How are we trading this low below all these SMAs here? I actually don't even use SMAs anymore, guys, so I'm just straight up price action now. Straight up price action. And I think that that's really the way to go if you're learning how to trade, is price action, learning candlestick patterns, setups like that, trend lines, stuff like that. Make sure you make and place your votes, guys. Place your votes. 7 total votes right now. 25 people watching. Come on. I know you guys have an opinion on this. Do you guys believe in trend lines when charting? There's 3 answers. Yes, the bounces are too perfect. Nope, those don't affect prices. And then indifferent. So, please vote. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Personally, I love trend lines. I think that they work out in a big way. And I don't know if it's whales causing it to move on the trend lines, or if it's a bunch of retail traders trading the trend lines causing bounces, or if there's algos that come in, or what there is. But it is, let's just say this, I would argue with somebody about it for hours and hours and hours that it's actually relevant to the market. So we'll just put it that way. I know like Hunter and a lot of people in the Discord hate trend lines and stuff. They hate them. I like Mike's not even a big fan. He's not a big fan of them either. Doesn't really believe in them. They're always making fun of them and stuff, but I don't know, man. There's too much perfect bounces with them and stuff. I get that it doesn't really change a company, but I don't know. There's something going on with like algos with it, or retail traders or something. There's gotta be. But place the votes out accordingly, you know, like don't vote yes just because of that. Like if you want to vote no, vote no. Like I want the votes to be real, you know. That's the best thing about it. Netflix falling off to 430. I'm in the gray pride. We are old and tired. Get off our lawn. I like that. Good stream with the covered calls yesterday. Hey, all good, Mike. I was actually doing cash secured puts. I did go into covered calls a little bit, but Gengar goes, I don't know. What is a trend line? Are you serious, Gengar? You've been around long enough. You should know what a trend line is, right? If not, though, here, I'll show you. Here's a trend line, okay? Like in 2022, like SPY was going down, right? This purple line that's diagonal to the downside is a trend line here. Or, for example, this one going back up. Or here, I'll actually look at a channel from the past few months. Okay. Because this one's pretty perfect. I'm going to move. Oh, look at SPY starting to bounce off Purdy's trend. Let's see. Let's see. But you see this channel right here. You can see there's bounces on the top side of the channel, bounces on the lower end of the channel. And what that is, Mike, is, or not Mike, what that is, Gengar, is you can see how it's like really trending to the upside here, following those lines. So that's what a trend line is, areas where it just keeps bouncing like that. And I'll tell you what, SPY on that recent uptrend is a just god perfect example. I mean, if you look at this and you tell me that those don't matter, I mean, you're high. So, or you need to go open your eyes or something. Like, but yeah, that's what they are, Gengar. Like these channels like this, or like the trend lines, or you know, these lines on the chart where you see big breakouts. Like here's another one on SPY before we got the recent big break. You were sitting there watching this trend line for a few days, and it held up for so long, like 4 or 5 days, before finally breaking. And it's just too perfect. Like, look at how it didn't even go up to resistance. Like, it's not like it went to here and then fell and then there and fell. Like, no, like it literally kept dropping down, like just that slight decline every single time. Slight decline, slight decline. It wasn't like it was running up into like a big area of sellers and coming back down. It was literally declining on that line, which is important whenever you're looking at the market, because something was happening there. Either retail traders pushing it down, or algos pushing it down, or something. And I think that there's something out there with the algos or something like that with these trend lines. Nobody knows. So if anybody out there says that they know and they tell you that these things are irrelevant, they're stupid, okay? Because they don't know what they're talking about. Nobody really knows. Yeah, that's the part of the market. everybody acts like they're the master, but at the end of the day, when you get humbled and you sit down and you think and you're like, oh, trading's hard, right? You'll start to see like, oh, well, yeah, nobody really knows, right? And that's the whole point. And you have to try to come up with stuff to justify trading, justify certain moves, justify what's going on in the market. And you can try to look at macroeconomic trends. You can try to look at, trying to identify areas where buyers are going to come in. There's a lot of ways to go. You can do company valuation, which I love that. I love that as well. One of my favorite ways for the long term. That's great. I love doing that, buying companies for the long term on dips. It's probably my favorite way to trade. But I normally buy them on dips and then let the trend line start to talk a little bit too. Give me some good entries. Yeah, that is true, Purdy. I'll give you that. That is a good point, Purdy. I like your point there. He says the pitfall in trend lines is if you don't know how to identify relevant trend lines, you can end up just drawing a line that confirms your theory. And I agree with that, Purdy. I think that's a good point. That's a good point. You have to be able to do the relevant ones. That is a good point. I agree with that, Purdy. And then also, like, just because there's a trend line, like, that doesn't mean it's going to hold up forever. Like, let's go back to the SPY example recently on the 15-minute chart on the recent uptrend. Like, it was moving so well in this channel. You didn't know, though, if it was going to finally break below here or here or here or here. It was too hard to tell. Once you finally got the breakdown below, you could maybe, like, wait for some confirmation, something like that, for an entry. And I like that, but like he said, you have to be able to identify the relevant ones. Like, if you were, just being like a hopeful on SPY and you were, you might just start coming out and just drawing like random things, like just trying to connect the dots, right? You might like do something like this, and that's just not right. Like, I see what you're saying, Purdy. It's hard to, put that into words, but I definitely see what you're saying. That's a good point. Make sure you're drawing them correctly. And for anybody out there looking for tips for drawing them correctly, what I'll say is that go to a longer term charts like hourlies, dailies, stuff like that. Try to stick with those in the beginning before you try to do a bunch of intraday stuff. I'll say this, the long-term trend lines work out for me a lot more than like a 1 minute chart trend line, So like with the SPY here, it started breaking the trend line, and since then we've been fairly bullish on the SPY. That would have been a good time to buy on the dip as we broke the trend and SPY was low, but you would have had to identify that, draw it at those big peaks there where we had perfect spots lining up. And, usually they're pretty darn perfect. Like, it might break up or below slightly, like right here and right here. But for the most part, I mean, it's dead nuts perfect usually, like here and here. So it is important to make sure you get the right ones. I would definitely say that. That's a very good point. And a lot of that comes with experience, if you've been trading out there for a couple months, it's going to be very hard for you to identify those. But if you've been someone who's trading for a couple to a few years, it'll probably be a lot easier. The more setups you see, the more you draw out, the more you go through, you'll learn those setups, learn the price action more, and that'll be the, I think, what really helps traders here. Really helps them. It's actually, I think, the best, because it's technically price action trading, so it's one of the best ways to go, in my opinion. 3 touches is a trend, 2 touches is just a line. I love that, Purdy, yeah. 2 touches, just a line, 3 touches is a trend. What I usually like to do, Purdy, is I like to wait for the 3rd touch. Kind of like what we're doing on this hourly chart here, Purdy. So we have the bottom line there, We have the first touch here. If we get the second touch here, we start to come up. You know, that might be a decent, like, buying spot, but... Yeah, I like what you're saying there, Purdy. 3 touches is a trend. I like that. Probably a good way to go. He said the whole point, well, I don't know, Purdy. You know, maybe that's how you play it. But see, I'm not somebody who necessarily wants to, like, wait for a trend break. I'm somebody who might also, like, trade the trend up, you know, like on this SPY trend, for example. Like, you had it low down there, right? Bottom, you had the first couple bounces, you would draw the line. If it confirmed here, then, you know, you go long, right? Until you start to break out, then you can trade it down, but I'm definitely a believer in trading it in the trend as well for a while. You know, of course it can break the trend, but I'm a big fan of identifying the trend and following the trend. Okay, that's my personal way to go. Now, you know, you can have a different strategy, but yeah, exactly. But once it does break, though, that's a great opportunity. Don't get me wrong there. You still trade the breaks as well. And it's good to say this stuff, Purdy, because I think some of the newer people will enjoy some of these conversations. So good stuff. I appreciate the words. Cool. Sean says, SPY's going lower. Come on, puts. I'm with you, Sean. With you. We are kind of low on the day, approaching that trend line, so just keep that in mind. A little worrying there. QQQ. Appreciate you guys voting, though, today. 14 votes, and wow, you know, everybody voted that the trend line, sometimes that the bounces are just too perfect, so I appreciate that. I like the way you guys voted. I'll just say that. Looks like 1 hour trend breaks at around 4:37. Yeah, I would say that too, Purdy, yeah. With how steep this thing's fallen off today, man, I can't see it going much more. Now, it could. I've seen SPY have some bad days before, especially whenever you're talking about TNX doing what it's doing. I mean, guys, TNX, I mean, this is... Oh, guys. Oh, guys. The TNX. I'm just gonna wait to see if it bounces first. Yeah, I'm with you, Purdy. It might bounce there. That's the problem. I'm kind of thinking it might today just because it's of how low we are, but the main reason just because of the lowness. Nice. Sell the put 2 weeks out and buy it 50% returns. Nice, Purdy. Probably hit 50% pretty quick. All right, SPY, love it there. Hey, I appreciate you guys joining up today. Make sure you check us out on Instagram, Tom_stocked up. on Instagram. I'll actually get a little link. I'll throw it up in the chat here. Tom_stocked_up. And then at MD Antonio 3 if you want to check out Mike. Mike has enough followers though. Give Tom some love. he's got like 10,000 or something followers. Instagram, baby. Gonna start posting on the threads a little bit too. Maybe Twitter. Hard to say though, you know. Get on there, check us out. I'm gonna post up the link here. Mike says, are you going to teach trend lines on a future stream? You know, that's a good idea. I could have a stream dedicated to that, Mike, yeah. Yeah, why not? You know, I think that would be a good idea. Good suggestion. I appreciate the question. Yeah, thank you. I'll definitely think about that, Mike. We might do that sometime soon. I will say, though, with how little people were kind of into the last one, I don't know. Some people just don't like learning, so I guess. But yeah, I think I'll do that, Mike, for sure. Sounds like a pretty fun one to do. Maybe people will be more interested in trend lines than they will be, you know, selling puts. Probably, right? People seem to like trend lines quite a bit. That's probably why they work out so well, because there's so much money flying in on them. 14 total votes. Appreciate you guys. Gonna end the poll there. Yeah, Purdy, the problem is that we can't even get people to even try just selling one put. So, you know, it's very hard to get a lot of newer traders into that, Purdy, and unfortunately. Trust me, we've been trying for years. Years. Mike and myself really wanted to, so that's our big thing. Like, we wanted to do that so bad, and man, we really tried to go that route, and people just did not like it. They did not like it, unfortunately. It sucks. Like, you make, like, YouTube videos about that, they're terrible. It's... all people want is AMC, and they want 5,000% today, Purdy. 5,000%. I know. I know, Purdy. Yep. It can be. As long as, you know, hopefully there's some strategy behind. A lot of people just are blindly buying and stuff, but unfortunately. Yeah, I'm with you, Purdy. Me too. That's why I do a lot of, like, long-term trading, like selling a lot of puts, stuff like that. I'm not too big into the credit spreads myself. I'd rather just sell puts and then acquire shares and stuff, but I respect those credit spreads, though. They're definitely really, really good, you know. Like I said, though, check us out on Instagram, guys. Appreciate you. Check us out on Threads as well. Other than that, though, I appreciate you guys joining up. Looks like SPY is consolidating a little bit, Purdy. Real close to that trend. Real close. Go to that hourly chart. Kind of bouncing off it now. And it's also on support, so I'm going to keep my eyes on it. Maybe, like, wait for a break below. I don't think I'll trade the bounce back up off this trend. It just doesn't look right to me here. Yeah, definitely I'm going to wait for, like, a breakdown on this one, but... oh, I see, Purdy. He says he'll sell put straight up. I see, okay. Makes sense, Purdy. Yeah, the credit spreads are a good point, because, like you said, it's good to do on smaller accounts, too. Definitely is. We actually have a ton of videos out there. If you guys are interested, send me a private message on Discord, and I will send you some videos on credit spreads if you guys are interested. Also, you could just ask some questions out there, too, in the Discord, but I know Mike likes them and stuff, so... well, hey, I appreciate you guys today. I really do. Thanks for joining up. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the chats. Thank you, Purdy, of course, Sean, Mike Chang, Sean, I did not know that. You can have a trendline crossover, really? I think you can do that in TradingView, can you? Oh, you can do it on TradingView. Holy hell. Sean, I never knew that. That is funny. I knew I could do it on support lines. I just never thought to even try it on the trend line. Sean, that is actually so cool. You told me that, and I'm gonna explode in my pants right now because of what you said. Seriously, that's awesome. Like, that is, I did not even know you could do that. That is, okay. I've done it on trend lines here, but never done it on or I've done it on the support. I'd never tried it on there. I never even thought to try it. That's funny. I love it, Sean. Yeah, for sure, Purdy. I might send you some private messages, especially in a couple weeks here. I'll probably have some questions about having a kid, too. But have a great day, guys. Also, add me up on Snapchat if you guys have that. Tom_stocked up. I'll add you guys to my streaks. I got some streaks on there, guys. Like, me and some people on there, we've Snapchatted for like 600 days in a row and crap like that. 687 days in a row. We got some streaks going. Got some streaks, but appreciate you guys. Seriously, have a great day. Love you guys. Appreciate it, Purdy. Appreciate it. Hope to see you guys tomorrow.